Hey guys, what is up? There's been a lot of cool stuff this week, mainly in DC. We'll see if Marvel drops any Fantastic Four news to try to circumvent the W's that DC's been having. But I haven't really got to talk about Creature Commandos, and I would like to do that right now. So here's my current quick thoughts on Creature Commandos. First, I kind of wish that they would have dropped the first 3 episodes all together. Secondly, I think that iRobot has had the best backstory, and actually the 3rd episode at this moment has been my absolute favorite. And lastly, I think we all know who the true villain is. Now, if you haven't seen episode 4, warning, spoiler alert ahead, but I think we know who the actual villain is, and I think that James Gunn has tied this in to what we'll see in Superman. So, when we watch episode 4, and Cersei, being a clairvoyant, shows Waller the future, it makes it seem like the princess is evil, yada yada yada. But all of us saw the man, the ape man, in the back. Well, who's that? Well, we know who that is. That is Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd, the main man. Right here. I think Gorilla Grodd is clearly the main villain of this story. And I think he is mind-controlling different villains and different characters that we will see in the future. We know they're going to fight Clayface. Clayface is going to be a villain at some point, probably next episode, that we are going to see in this series. Well, why would Clayface be somewhere like in this random country? Well, if Clayface is being mind-controlled to be a crazy villain and to try to murder some of the members of the Creature Commandos, that might be why. And I think that what James Gunn is doing is he's sticking to that idea of monsters with Creature Commandos and really playing into it and finding different characters that aren't human to play the main characters that we're following in this story. And that's what I'm calling. I think it's clearly Gorilla Grodd. Now, here's the question. Everyone was joking about the princess being Clayface. I don't necessarily feel that anymore, but now I'm definitely a little confused on why she is so interested in Rick Flag Sr. A little confused there. Don't know where I stand on that. If she's Clayface or not Clayface. Because Clayface, that was the humorous route. And now I'm wondering if it's not. And we'll see. But something really cool. That in the trailer, when people were pulling the trailer apart for the Superman movie, the trailer came out today, people saw what seems to be maybe Gorilla Grodd. Don't know if that's the case, but people are saying that Gorilla Grodd was on that newspaper, and that would just be a fun thing. It does seem like no matter what, it is tying to what happens in Creature Commandos, which is cool. It's a little bit of reward for those who have watched the show. Whenever the movie comes out, that's something that we get to enjoy, and I'm cool with it. Now, the next thing we got to talk about is our main man, Weasel. Poor Weasel. Now, I think we all saw this coming, and this would actually be, even though I think this is the reason that James Gunn said that he loves this episode more than anything else, I think this might be the reason why the episode is just okay for me. I saw it coming. I think we all saw it coming. And I think it's like, yes, poor Weasel. Like, that's really sad. I remember watching it this morning, looking at my wife and being like, man, that sucks. It's really sad. I guess my only criticism is that I personally feel that the GI Robot episode 3, to me, I think it's more believable that a fascist Nazi would take a World War II veteran robot killing Nazi machine to a Nazi rally, more so than police officers just discriminately shooting at a creature where children are also right there with it. I think, not to pull up another gorilla, but I think we've learned things like with Harambe that people tend to be a little bit more delicate when they're dealing with children, and unless the creature was truly mauling on the child, that they would probably handle it a little differently, especially in a burning building. It's just that seemed a little unbelievable to me personally, but it was still tragic. It was still super sad. I didn't expect them to actually show a child die, and that's hard to watch because you don't want to see children suffer. I don't. And maybe the fact, and honestly, if it would have been a live action show, that scene probably would have been too much. But the fact that it's animated makes it a little bit more tolerable. So that's currently where I'm at. I think the show's good. I definitely am glad that the Superman trailer has came out while this show is going on, because I do think it showed that James Gunn can do something different. Which, if you've ever seen any of his other movies, you could see he could do something different. But to be fair, he has done multiple movies in a row that all kind of carry that same vibe, which is Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, and now Creature Commandos all carry the same vibe. And so it's fair to think, okay, well, Superman, they're going to do the same thing. But I think clearly that's not going to be the case. I'm glad they dropped the trailer while this is airing. I think it actually makes probably people more interested in Creature Commandos, and I'm actually excited to see how many people start watching Creature Commandos over the fact that they watched the trailer for Superman and now are starting to maybe start to get invested into this new DC universe. I'm a fan of what he's doing. We'll do another video where we're going to break down the trailer a little bit more than what my reaction was today, or when this comes out a couple of days ago, maybe. I'm not sure when I'm going to drop this video. But anyway, those are my current thoughts. Currently, guys, what has been your favorite backstory of the Creature Commando characters? What are your thoughts on episode 4? And do you agree with me? Is Gorilla Grodd the main villain that we're about to see carry the rest of the story in Creature Commandos? Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And guys, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, I hope you're having a good one. Peace.